Hi guys, welcome to Netgate Chemistry. So basically in coordination chemistry, we were on the topic of John-Taylor distortion. So before going ahead with John-Taylor distortion, I wanted to give you guys this small table. So in this table, I am showing coordination number 6 compounds having bidentate ligands, and here I have shown the bidentate ligand as A. Right here, this bidentate ligand is having similar donating sites, right? So I have mentioned different types of compounds here also, and the different geometrical isomers of them also, and total number of isomers present in them also. So you can pause the video and note it down, and I hope till now you have tried to solve all of these, right? So there is one more case possible in these type of compounds, that is if the bidentate ligand is having different donating sites, that is instead of AA, if the ligand is AB, that is it is having different donating sites, right? So what is going to happen with the geometrical isomers and total isomers? So I'm also going to mention that in this table only, and you can solve that by your own, right? So basically what I'm going to do is, what you have to imagine in this table, instead of AA, here here and everywhere we have, where we have mentioned AA, instead of AA we are having AB ligand. Okay, remaining compound is the same. So what is going to happen with the geometrical isomers? So I'm going to mention the geometrical isomers in each case. So for this case, geometrical isomers will be 12. So with the red pen I am showing the isomers, the possible isomers in case of the compounds, coordination number 6 compounds having bidentate ligand which is having different donating sites. So for first it is 12, for second one it is 7, for third it is 3, for fourth it is 4, for fifth one it is 0, for sixth one it is 2, for seventh it is 5, and for eighth it is 6. So these are the geometrical isomers when we have bidentate ligand having different donating sites. The remaining all the compound will be same. For example, the first compound right? Because the orbitals are unsymmetrically filled. So in order to remove that electronic degeneracy, what happens? These orbitals split, right? So they undergo splitting. Initially, we observe that initially the compound is going to be perfect octahedral, but after this splitting which has happened to remove this electronic degeneracy, what happens? Distortions takes place, right? So this type of splitting will take place. Why? Because here the orbitals are unsymmetrically filled. That means electronic degenerate state is present. So to remove that electronic degenerate state, the orbitals have now splitted. Now what we have to observe is that for Jahn-Teller distortions to take place, we should have unsymmetrically filled orbitals. And in which of the cases unsymmetrically filled orbitals will be observed? First, this is T2G and this is EG. When we have octahedral splitting, these set of orbitals are T2G, these are EG. So these are basically dxy, dyz and dzx, and these are dx square minus y square and dz square orbitals, right? That we know. Now we have to see in which of the cases we are having electronically degenerate state, or in simpler language we will say in which case we will be having unsymmetrical filling. So first what we will do is we will start with T2G1, right? First of all, T2G1. In case of T2G1, if we look for the filling, suppose this is set of T2G and this is EG, which is there after splitting. So if we look for T2G1 configuration, so it will be like this, right? So it is unsymmetrically filled, it is an ED state. Similarly, if we look for T2G2, that is also unsymmetrically filled, that is also an ED state. Now if we look for T2G3, that is not an ED state, right? Again, if we look for T2G4 is unsymmetrically filled, right? So it is ED state. T2G5, this is also unsymmetrically filled, so this is also an ED state. Now this is all about the T2G. Now if we look for EG, for EG1 is unsymmetrically filled, so this is also an ED state. EG2 is symmetrical, right? Now EG3 is unsymmetrical and EG4 will be symmetrical. So these are basically the cases where ED states will be present, right? So these are T2G unsymmetricals and these are EG unsymmetricals, right? So T2G1 we will be having in case of D1 configurations, right? Similarly, T2G2 will be in D2 configurations. Now T2G4, what happens in case of T2G4? T2G4 can be because of D4 low spin, right? And T2G5 will be D5 low spin, right? Now similarly we can look for these also, that we are not going into the detail, but basically whenever we are going to find these kind of T2G and EG configurations, we have to remember that these are ED states, electronically degenerate states, and here JTD will be or you can say Jahn-Teller distortion will be present, right? So the remaining cases of T2G3, right, which happens in case of D3 configuration. Next is T2G6, that is D6 high spin, or you can say T2G3 EG2, this is the case of D5 high spin, or we can have the case of T2G6 EG2, this is also symmetric, so this is the case of I think D8. And if we talk about T2G6 and EG4, this is D10, this is the case of D10, or you can say in case of D0 also, right? These are the cases where Jahn-Teller distortion will be absent. Okay, So I hope now it will be clear that in which cases we are going to have John-Taylor distortion. All the cases in which we are having electronically degenerate states, that is the orbitals are unsymmetrically filled, in those cases we are going to have John-Taylor distortions, right? And octahedral complexes will be distorted. So this is about where we are going to find the John-Taylor distortions. So I hope this part is clear. So this was very easy part. You just have to find where you are having unsymmetrically filled orbitals, right? So now with this we will be moving on to types of John-Taylor distortion, although I'm just going to tell you about what are the types, and we will discuss the types in the next video. So the types of John-Taylor distortions will be 3 types basically. So one will be Z out, one will be Z in, and one will be triaxial distortions. So basically these are the 3 types of John-Taylor distortions which we have to study. So far I hope this is clear, that what is John-Taylor distortion, right? Where we are going to find John-Taylor distortion, where we are going to find the places where we are having electronically degenerate states, that is orbitals, the compounds in which the orbitals are unsymmetrically filled. In those cases we are going to find John-Taylor distortions, and the cases where we have symmetrically filled orbitals, John-Taylor distortion will be absent in those cases. So the types of John-Taylor distortion are Z out, Z in, and triaxial distortions. So in the next video we will discuss about these types of John-Taylor distortions. So if you have any questions or any queries, you can write them in the comments down below. So far that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching.